Thank you, Mr. President. I wanted to invite the public to the State of the Second District speech, which I'm stealing from Councilman Hines' example, which is next Wednesday, February 18th at 7 p.m. at Scioto Barn in Northside Park. And it will be a short and sweet speech, at least the short part for sure, and I do hope people can come.
Anybody else on this one?
Yeah, I was just going to invite the public to attend the mayor's State of the City address, which will be housed in the 6th District at the beautiful Public Safety Academy at Southtown Center. This Thursday at 11:30 is the tour portion. At noon will be the mayor's address for all the public to come and witness.
Thank you. Tim, go ahead.
The council favored me with an appointment to the Alliance. My appreciation for the coordination of our local economic development organizations has increased remarkably since that appointment at the very beginning of this year in just a few short weeks. For example, Northeast Indiana Regional Marketing Partnership leadership, the Alliance leadership, Carla Pan from the Innovation Center, Chris from the Chamber of Commerce, the corporate council representation, meet on a monthly basis to discuss how they can best coordinate economic development activities. And there's a much greater level of coordination. They meet on a monthly basis, and they invited certain elected officials. I was invited today as a result of the council's representative. I wanted to share that with council members because I think it's easy to be concerned about the degree with which we have coordination between our various economic development entities. The city and the citizens of the city provide some funding to some of those organizations, and it's remarkable the degree with which they are trying to identify and pursue common strategies, identify what the responsibilities are, provide services where they can for different constituencies. And probably the most immediate takeaway I have in a few short weeks in service on that board is that one, and I wanted to share it with all of you. It's very challenging for them to communicate, for us to receive the good that they're doing, how they're working, how they're operating, the value they're returning to the community, and they're aware of that, and they're constantly working on that. And I know they're open to any council member who wants to have a greater understanding of that. There are many contracts that are currently in place that are being renegotiated at this very unique economic time in our community, or whose provisions are not being met by one party and the other party is not pursuing the available remedies because of the very unique economic times. There are, in fact, mortgage holders who are forgiving default, who are renegotiating the terms, the amortization, the payments, the amounts owing, because of these very unique economic times. I would suggest that the city is right in the approach it is taking with regards to its contract with the developers at Harrison Square to recognize the world has changed dramatically in the last 6 months, 9 months, for when we finalize those deals and the expectations we make, particularly in the real estate market. And we would be cutting off our nose to spite our face to seek greater enforcement action at this time. We're working cooperatively, and there's a high degree of confidence from those involved that those projects are going to move forward, if not in the time frame provided or in the exact way provided, but they are going to move forward and provide a lot of return for the citizenry. I did want to make a final comment on the issue of granting favor for one organization or a couple organizations with regards to the makeup of the Commercial Code Oversight Board. When you favor one group or a few groups, you exclude others. You take representative democracy, make it into favoritism for an organization. I can't believe those organizations really want to be placed in that position. I think that in the short term they think it's a good idea, but if they look at what that would bring to them in the long term, that is a poor idea for them to even seek that. They have every right to lobby and petition government not to become, and we shouldn't make them a part of government. You would narrow unnecessarily the field of qualified applicants, and we have a hard time at times getting qualified applicants. And the citizens have not elected city council to defer their judgment on the appointments to such boards to other organizations to make those appointments. I don't think we should start that practice, or it's a good idea. Then finally, I wanted to share with the public a letter was copied to us today, that was sent to our council president just today, from Ben Campbell, who's the chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Grand Wayne Convention Center, and Robert Lister, the executive director. And you recall we had representative from White Lodging and Greg Leatherman from Redevelopment Commission discussing with us, I think it was just last week, the progress of the hotel. There was concern expressed at council that perhaps there was too much competition between the space for lease in the hotel at Parkview Field. I'll just read the key sections here. We see these other venues as largely complementary to the Grand Wayne Center, as we book larger conventions as a result of our expanded space and the addition of more high-quality hotel rooms. It is likely that from time to time we will work with these other venues to hold parts of our Grand Wayne events at the Indiana Hotel, Parkview Field, and the like. There is an ongoing dialogue and a positive working relationship with these institutions. We see each of these venues as having strong and positive impact on the future of the Grand Wayne Center, enabling us to host larger organizations and conventions and provide more and better entertainment options for our attendees. And so I don't think we need as a community to be concerned, or at least to share, that the leadership of the Grand Wayne Center has been supportive of the space that is being planned and that will be constructed in the hotel as well as the ball field, as complementing our desire to bring to our fine city as many out-of-town folks as possible, to bring that additional revenue and exposure to our city that has so many positive benefits. Thank you.